What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I want to take a look at all the different new epic items that's coming in Season of Discovery. So we have epic items obviously coming from the new raid Nomer. We have epic items that can be crafted, similar to how you could craft epic items with BFD. And then we also have the new Strangletorn PvP event that yields a lot of different really cool epic items. So before we do that, though, big thank you for all the support on the complete gold guide for Season of Discovery. You guys are the absolute best, and I really, really do appreciate the kind feedback of the gold guide. Now, if you do grab the gold guide or you already have it, every single update done to the gold guide is completely free, sent to your email automatically. So whenever Phase 2 comes out, I'll send out the Phase 2 version of the gold guide, featuring all the best ways to make a gold in Season of Discovery. So if you don't have it yet, you can find that linked down below in the description. So I want to start off by looking at the raid epic items. And keep in mind that all these items have been data mined. And as the devs said, like the stats, etc., are subject to change. But just so we can get a rough idea on what to expect. So we have the Nomer items first, and then we have two-handed weapons right here. So you can see there's a new caster staff. This one specifically increases damage done with arcane spells, and there has a use effect that says the staff will sometimes be able to shock a dead player back to life. Like, really cool. And then we got the like this two-handed axe with the 29 strength and 12 stab. It's kind of odd that it has such a fast attack speed on this one. Hydro Staff is not an epic. Like, all of these are items that's already been dropping from Nomer. Some of them have been reworked, but that's it for like epic two-handed weapons. But you do have like a feral weapon right here with that's similar to like it's the same one as everyone was grinding back in the days in Classic, because the on-use effect increased your attack speed by 50%. Like, it had a durability on it. You could only use it like an X amount of times. So you would have, if you played a Feral Druid, you would have like 20 of these weapons on you. And main hands, really cool that we're seeing some fist weapon. This one has a chance on hit. Discharge a blast of arcane energy, dealing 40 arcane damage, reducing all resistance by 45, and increasing all spell damage taken by 6%. We also have this sword right here, which is a main hand sword with a very fast attack speed. Discharge a Mote of Thunder, dealing 25 to 35 nature damage. We got a caster dagger, which is epic right here. One-handed, no epics. We do have no epic like offhands either. You do have a disarm axe right here, which is pretty cool. Going to be good for PvP. A nice amount of spell damage as well on the one hand. But one thing that I didn't mention, and that I have had a discussion on my stream with many times, is how good will the BFD loot be, especially the caster stuff. Because if you check out, let's say you want to take a look at the staff, like the epic staff from BFD, which I have in my druid, has 26 spell damage on it, 15 ints, and 14 spirit. Now, if you look at like the Staff of Jordan, for instance, right, which is an item you can use in Phase 2. So right here, 26 spell damage, less int, less spirit. So the BFD Epic Staff is better than the Staff of Jordan, and it has 26 spell power. So if we then go back and we look at this staff right here, it has healing spell by 35 and arcane spell by 26. So that's still 26 spell damage. So looking at the one-handed dagger with 19, plus you have the offhand with 14, like, it's the BFD staff, I can guarantee you, especially when they've said that you can use BFD for leveling, there's going to be a bunch of people running BFD just because they cannot get any loot, they cannot get lucky with loot in the Nomer, so they still want to try and get the staff from BFD. Ranged, we do have an epic gun, thank God for that. Thermoplugs custom blaster, a lot of ranged weapons coming out of BFD. And then we also have like two wands right here, one with spell damage finally. We have necklaces, which there seems to be one necklace for each role. You have a healing one, spell damage one, tanking one, and also one for melee DPS. Really cool. You have a bunch of different cloaks, but none of them are epic. You got epic rings. Once again, one spell damage, one healing, and then with strength, agility, stam, and resistance on it. So probably going to be used by both physical DPS and also by tanks. Then we have a lot of cool trinkets that increases your attack speed, random channels between 1 and 150 health into between 1 and 150 mon every second. Like, they have cool like use effects on these trinkets, so I'm excited about that. And then we have just like the regular set items, like with a new set bonus that I featured yesterday in that video. But none of these items down here are epic. I'm going to link this, by the way, if you're going to want to go through every single piece of loot. I'll link this down below. You do have this belt that increases your weapon skill, and this is actually insane. Kind of reminds me of the gloves, right? That goes for bigger gold. So this belt is going to be huge because weapon skill is really big. And then I think we're done with epic items. Yeah, epic items out of Nomer is done, but we have profession items, but not everything is known yet. But what we do know so far in terms of epic is that we will get this belt right here, which gives you stam, improves your chance to get a critical strike with melee and ranged, also increases your hit, and has an on-use effect. Pull a hyperconductive coin from your belt and flip it. On a roll of heads, you gain 3% increased chance to crit with spells and melee attacks with 30 seconds. On a roll of tails, you get 10% movement speed. So, interesting one. Then you have this shield as well. Epic shield for engineering. Looks like I have to go engineering because this shield is looking really good. On a successful block, the whirling razor-sharp gears in the shield inflicts 5 to 10 physical damage to the attacker and 2 to 10 damage to the bearer. It's going to be very good for threat as well, this one. Leatherworking has a ton of epic items that's been data mined so far. So you have this one right here, hit with spells and melee attacks, and does an instant damage to yourself, but increases your melee and ranged attack speed by 20%. You have this one, which deals damage to yourself, but then you will gain casting speed. This one right here will give you mana regen. And then you have the last one right here, which says engage the radiation mitigation protocols in this helmet, cause you to immediately remove all active poisonous effect and gain immunity to all nature damage for 3 seconds. So with this one alone, I think it's pretty given that there's going to be poison, especially nature damage like lightning and shit, inside of a Nomer. So you can use that information as you'd like. Maybe you want to invest in some nature resistance stuff for the raid. Tailoring got this head, which a lot of people have talked about, which looks really good. Spell damage on the head. Harness the latent arcane energy in the nearby air to give you a charge inspiration, reducing the mana cost of all your spells by 50% for 12 seconds. That is absolutely massive. And that's what we know about crafted epics so far. And then we have the PvP rewards as well. So we have a bow with a chance on hits to increase strength. Really, really different, this one. I like it. Then you have this talisman, which increases your pet's critical strike, and your pet's critical strike causes you to become energized, granting you 5 mana. I like this one as well. It's different. I love it. And then it also comes with a 16-slot quiver, 14 attack speed for hunters, and the same thing with the ammo pouch. Mages get arcane spell damage ring, fire, and frost. Paladin gets a holy spell damage sword. They get this one with holy spells as well. This is a two-handed weapon. You have this trinket, which unleashes a delayed explosion of blood and light, causing 150 twilight damage to all targets on a 5-minute cooldown. So very interesting as well. And then you have this one, instantly heals a target ally for 300, but sacrifices 300 of your own health in return. Priest, get a healing ring, shadow spell damage ring, and also pretty much the same as the Paladin one. This one right here, which will shield the target, but sacrifice 300 of your own health when using it. Rogues, they get a dagger for like a one-hand with 1.9 attack speed, 2.0 attack speed, and a very fast fist weapon in the offhand, 1.4. Shaman will get a shield, elemental shaman shield, two-handed mace with a stun on it. That is so insane. That's going to be a big mace. They get a similar trinket to Paladin, exactly the same trinket, really, with the AoE damage on a 5-minute cooldown. They get this healing trinket as well, where you sacrifice your own health. Warlocks get fire spell damage ring, shadow spell damage ring, and also this trinket right here, where your pet gains 20 stamina, 80 int, and then with the same AoE effect with a 5-minute cooldown. Warriors get a slow one-handed mace, two-handed mace as well, with really good stats. I like the attack speed on it. It's slow. And they also get this sword, which is probably going to be used by tanks as well, with the chance on AoE damage. So really interesting weapons on like the Blood Moon PvP reward. So super excited to see how this pans out, how they will have to balance it out, nerf certain items, buff certain items. Super excited about it. That was pretty much it though for today's video. So make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel for more videos like this. And hey, don't forget to check out the complete gold guide for Season of Discovery, link down below. And I will see all of you guys back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.